There is a threat so big, so terrifying, that we can only begin to understand it through imagination. So take this moment to imagine with me and close your eyes. It's 1 a.m. Your sleep is interrupted by a scream. As you walk to the window, you can hear fireworks. Or is it gunfire? You can hear sirens, car alarms, and fire alarms. When you look out your window, you see a building on fire just a few blocks away. But then you look the other way, and your blood runs cold. There, just down the street, your neighbor is cornered with 2 moaning, lurching ghouls closing in. You can open your eyes. According to Max Brooks, author of the Zombie Survival Guide, Class 1 is 1 to 20 zombies. Class 2 is up to 100 zombies. Class 3 is hundreds to thousands of zombies. And Class 4 is a zombie pandemic. Dr. Julie Gerberding of the Center for Disease Control says a pandemic is a situation where everyone around the globe is vulnerable to an infection because we don't have any immunity to it. What I'm about to tell you could save your life. And considering that the class average from the survey is only 25%, most of you should take notes. From the first day I saw Night of the Living Dead, almost 20 years ago, I have asked the question, what if? Interestingly enough, most of the answers will come from just standard survival guides. But the hardest part will be surviving the first 5 months. Those months will most likely be spent right here in San Diego. And today I will share with you nearly 20 years of research so that each of you will be able to survive a zombie pandemic, also called a Class 4 outbreak, right here in San Diego. First, you will learn how to prepare. Second, you will learn how to make a place defensible. And third, you will learn about which weapons to bring with you to a zombie fight. So, what is the most important thing to do to survive a Class 4 outbreak? The answer comes from the Boy Scout Handbook. Be prepared. First, you must prepare yourself. Just 20% of you correctly answered the question about what armor to wear to a zombie fight. There's a scene in Night of the Living Dead where Barbara gets pulled out of the window by her hair into a horde of waiting zombies. This scene illustrates that the best armor against zombies is tight clothes and short hair. Watch as I put this into action. Don't give the zombies a handhold. And remember, you'll also want a pair of good hiking boots, like these. And make sure they're well worn in before you need them, because blisters could be fatal if they slow you down. The next part of preparation is your survival kit. For any type of disaster, you should always have a standard store-bought survival kit, but for a Class 4 outbreak survival, you'll need the following. And don't try to write this down, I'll give you the list later. First, you'll need water, 3 quarts per day for cooking and washing. You'll need a hand-pumped water filter and 4 replacement filters. You'll also need a cistern for collecting rainwater. You'll need canned food, 3 cans per day. It's preferable to dried goods in that they contain some water. You'll need 2 portable stoves, an advanced medical kit, which must include field surgery implements and antibiotics. You'll need a rechargeable battery-powered shortwave radio, 2 rechargeable battery-powered flashlights. You'll need appropriate reinforcement materials, including lumber, bricks, mortar, etc., and an extensive toolkit, including a sledgehammer, axe, handsaw. You'll need 15 emergency flares, 35 chemical light sticks. You'll need 5 fire extinguishers, and 2 sets of earplugs. You'll also need spare parts for all machinery, and the user manuals for those machinery. You'll also need an extensive library of manuals, so including a general disaster manual and survival manuals. Now keep in mind, you have to multiply the items on this list by each person in your party. So if you have 5 people in your party, multiply this list by 5. In preparing your emergency kit, keep in mind that different locations have different needs. So keep in mind the following instructions on making your location defensible. The survey asked which public building was safest during a zombie attack, and only 14% of you correctly identified an office building as the best choice. Nick Rich, local zombie expert, says it does you no good to go somewhere if you're going to die when you get there. In the movie Diary of the Dead, the group of survivors stops by a hospital briefly, only to be attacked by a horde of zombies. Do not go into hospitals. The infected go there, only to rise and attack. Do not go to police stations. Crazed, worried people go to police stations, and you're as likely to be killed by the crowd as you are by the infection. Do not go to a church for the same reason you wouldn't go to a hospital or to a police station. This building is concrete construction with rolling steel doors over the windows and doors. It would be easy to make the perimeter secure, and the roof could easily provide a fallback point as well as a tactical advantage for attack. The apartment complex could easily be made secure by first evacuating everyone to the second floor and then destroying the stairs. Apartments also have the advantage of numbers, because many hands make light work. This office building would also be a good option, because it would be fairly simple to disable the elevators and block the stairs. If one level is breached, survivors could simply move up to the next level. Survivors could fill every available container with water, ration their food, and be quite comfortable for months if necessary. Of course, every structure has its drawbacks. So, refer to my second handout from the Zombie Survival Guide when choosing your defensible location. Nick Rich says, "No place is safe, only safer." You'll want to be sure you can defend yourself, no matter how good your location is. So keep in mind these tips for choosing your weapons. According to the survey, 94% of you did not know either the most effective weapon or how many weapons to carry against zombies. The correct answer is 3. You'll want 3 weapons on you at all times: a rifle, a handgun, and a bladed weapon. Matt Botkin, a former Marine Corps veteran and San Diego police officer, has some recommendations for weapon choice. For your rifle, he says the AK-47. This rifle has very few moving parts, making it less likely to jam. It is light for a rifle, and it's low maintenance, and the ammo leaves a big wound. His suggestion for a pistol is a Glock 19 9mm. It has a large flat top between the front and rear sight, making it easy to aim. It has very few moving parts. It is very light, and ammo is very common. For a bladed weapon, the survival guide suggests a Japanese samurai katana, saying its weight, 3 to 5 pounds, is perfect for long-term conflicts, and its blade can sever the toughest organic fiber. In the movie Day of the Dead, you will notice that everyone carries a machete, which the survival guide says is an acceptable substitute for a katana. So let's review. You now know how to prepare both yourself and your survival kit. You also know how to make your location safe from zombie attack, and you know how many and what kinds of weapons to bring with you to a zombie fight. Given the situation we imagined in the beginning, you all know now what to do and how to do it. And in the words of G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. Thank you.